big concerns about the pork you're eating. A new study in Consumer Reports found numerous samples of pork chops and ground pork were contaminated with bacteria that can make you sick, and much of that bacteria resistant to antibiotics. So how worried should you be? Dr. Richard Besser joins us now, and this is about a bacteria called Yersinia, which most of us probably haven't heard of. What did the study find?
Right. Well, yeah, very few people have heard of Yersinia, but 100,000 Americans get sick every year, and now we have some evidence as to why. Consumer Reports tested 198 pork samples from 6 states, and they found that nearly 70% of those were contaminated or had Yersinia on them. Ground pork was at a greater risk than the pork chops.
And this is a dangerous bacteria. It can make you sick. But we should point out the U.S. Department of Agriculture says it's not alarmed by this study, saying, quote, companies are meeting the established guidelines for protecting the public's health. The National Pork Producers Council calls this study junk science that's designed to scare consumers into purchasing only organic pork. So what is this a good study? What should consumers take away from it?
Well, you know, Consumer Reports doesn't give us enough information to fully evaluate their study, but there are concerns here. They raise concerns about antibiotics being used in animals to promote growth. And they say that doing that can raise the risk that those animals will get resistant infections and pass them to humans. A big issue we need to pay attention to. This doesn't add a lot to that information.
No question, Yersinia does cause food poisoning, but this is about cooking and handling your pork properly at the end of the day.
Yeah, you know, it's easy to prevent. Cook your pork well. You know, use a meat thermometer. Whole pork should be cooked to 145 degrees, ground pork to 160. Use separate cutting boards for raw meat and other foods, and always wash your hands whenever you're handling raw meat.
Very, very important indeed. Dr. Richard Besser, as always, thank you.